What's up, guys? So I've been wanting to play Cliff Dive for a while, so I'm going to play some Cliff Dive today. I've updated the deck list a little bit, so the Perennial Serpent is in here now, which would be good off of Cliff Dive and would also work with the Dormant minions. So you've got Grim Harvest, Wyvern Slumber, and Red Card to power that out. The main core of the deck is the Blob of Tar, Ravenous Fellhunter recursion. Ravenous Fellhunter makes 2 Blob of Tars. If you return policy for Ravenous Fellhunter, that'll summon you 2 Blob of Tars and get you a Ravenous Fellhunter in your hand. So I really like Cliff Dive as a deck. I don't know how good it is. I haven't played it in a while, so I figured the update with Perennial Serpent would be pretty relevant. Another one of my favorites, Caulifero, Dangerous Cliffside, and Blob of Tar tokens are one of the best ways to get minions out for Caulifero. But yeah, let's get into this thing. I like Cliff Dive a lot. It was pretty powerful. I don't know that it was necessarily tier 1 before when I was playing it, but I was doing pretty well with it. I think there's a lot of potential for it, considering Perennial Serpent can come out, on turn 4, so that gives you a lot of early game power. But we're going to see how this goes. Fingers crossed.
Illidan versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. This ends now.
Okay, so that's going to mean turn 4 Serpent, which is great. Don't want Caulifero. Tusk Piercer is great because it draws you Blob of Tar or Ravenous Fellhunter. I played the hell out of this deck. I played the hell out of this deck back in the day, before Across the Timeways came out. The standard metagame changes so much that just the metagame before Across the Timeways feels so far away now. But let's see how this goes. Return policy will usually sit around in your hand till later. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because the value you get off of it is so immense.
Silver arrowheads and excellent choice.
I thought about trying Nomelia or something like that, but I think it'll mess with the Tusk Piercer draws, and it could be good on Cliff Dives, but hard to tell if it's really going to matter. Okay. So, yeah, let's just do this. Nice draw, okay.
My blood boils for war.
I think Blobatar is fine here. I could Wyvern Slumber, but then I'm going to take a lot of damage next turn. Yeah, they've only got 6 power out there. Let's do this. And plus you want the Blob of Tars to die so that they get recurred off of Fellhunter anyway, so it buys me time, and it is in the strategy. Wow, all kinds of spells, okay. Well, thankfully they're down to 1 card, even though I'm down to 16. I could Infestation here, but I think Blobutar is fine.
Quickly.
I don't think there's any life gain in the deck. Yeah, let's just do that. Jeez. That seems good. Interesting. All right, I like that. Now I can return policy. It'll put a Blobutar in my hand and make the 2 smaller guys. I think Infestation might be better here because I can kind of clear the board. Not, I'm at 12 life, so I'm not super concerned, but I do have to be careful here. You know what? This will power up the Serpent for next turn also. Seems pretty good. Wow, they got that guy of all beasts. Crazy. Yeah, hard not to Serpent here.
Vengeance is mine.
Yeah, only bad thing about this is no life gain. But I think there's still a good shot of taking this down. Because I'm at the point where my deck's going to start doing more powerful things like... Eesh, that's not good. I may be dead. 7, 9... Yeah, plus they got the charge one.
You possess true power.
Alright, that's the way it goes.
I yield for now.
Yeah, I know they only had 9 damage and I was at 10, but hero power next turn is all it takes, and I have no way to gain life in this deck. I thought about playing, I think it's called Aeon Rift, or Aeon Rift. It's the 4-mana spell that deals 4 damage to 2 guys with lifesteal. That could be okay in this. I liked to play Illidari Studies because it's got a little bit more versatility. I like having a toolbox available.
Illidan versus Tyrande.
Because Illidari Studies sometimes will get you like I-Beam, or
I will prove
you can draw
myself
cards.
to you.
There's a couple different options there. Let's see, playing against a priest. I Do I keep Cliff Dive? I can do it turn 6 because I've got the coin. I'm going to give it a try. The best Cliff Dive by far is when you get the 8 mana guy that I just had in my hand, the dormant one. Because he stays and you don't have to put him back after the Cliff Dive. So he deals 3 damage at the end of your turns, I think for 3 turns? I don't remember if it's 2 or 3, but a very powerful card, and plus it's like a 12/12 or something crazy. Let's do this, actually. So pushing Cliff Dive back to turn 7, but I think this is really good momentum. Plus you don't want the dormant guys sitting in your hand too long since they take time once they're in play. I usually assume they're on Protoss Priest, but they haven't played anything yet, which is surprising. Wow, nothing at all. So let's go a little aggro with the Insect Claw.
Vengeance is mine.
Elune, bring guidance.
Annoying, but fine. I don't find Imbue Priest to be very good. They've got some good plays they can make, but I don't think it's going to matter. Let's do that for later. I don't know if Imbue Priest plays Holy Nova. So that would be something possibly to play around.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
My readings are off the charts.
All right. And one of the cool things about this deck is you don't care too much about overextending, especially with a Blob of Tar, because you want it to die.
Eight combatants enter, and I
Okay.
a breath.
Odd choice of sequencing, but okay. So now it's safe to play this guy. Got a stacked hand right now. This is pretty awesome. Feeling pretty good about this game, but anything could happen. There we go. Thank you for that. Sweet, and they made space for my Cliff Dive. Not sure that I do it, though. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is... Let's do return policy. Get this guy. We get two Ravenous, or we get two Blobstars.
Vengeance is mine.
Yeah, this part of the deck is really powerful. It's kind of hard for people to get through. What, 2, 3, 4, 5? I've played 5 Blobstars so far, and there's 2 more coming off of that. And there's another one in the deck and another return policy.
Let's set the mood.
That is totally fine, because they are just dead. Yup.
You win.
Alright, 1-1 after 2 games. I think this deck has a pretty good Murloc matchup. Yeah, I think the aggro decks for the most part, it's pretty good. Wyvern Slumber is great for early game. You know, Insect Claw, red card, you know, just lots of removal. I'm tempted to keep the Serpent. It's against a mage. I don't think I should. Cool. Turn 3 Insect Claw into turn 4 Dangerous Cliffside is a pretty aggressive line of play. Oh, look at that.
Vengeance is mine.
So I may go turn 2 Insect Claw, attack the next turn, Insect Claw again, and then Dangerous Cliffside. Because that'll also give me little grubs to be attacking with along the way. Especially if they're doing a more spell-based mage deck, you know, no elementals or aggressive anything, then I gotta put the pressure on early. Because mage combo is pretty powerful.
Vengeance is mine.
That's fair. That's going to be annoying for this, but I think I still got to do it. It's going to deal damage immediately, which is great. If these guys didn't have charge, that would be a much worse play.
Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine.
No Blob of Tar yet, sadly. Alright, we got the hella aggro draw here. Looking pretty good. Still haven't cliff dive. Third game and haven't played a cliff dive yet, but seems like it'd be nice here. It's a little tough sometimes if they don't have minions to cliff dive, because then you're kind of losing some of the value. You want to be able to use it to either make your guys die or just kill your opponent. Like if you do this on turn 8 so that you can attack with your hero also, then sometimes you'll get Inquisitor. Ooh, jeez. So they got a mini of that coming. This will come back next turn. Nice, my two favorite ones. I assume they're going to hit that here. Probably after freezing it with the mini version of this to gain 7 more armor. Which is good because that gives us minions to attack with Cliff Dive next turn.
I remember this place well.
Elise is pretty good.
I'm out of time.
Alright, time to Cliff Dive. Blob of Tar. Show me Blob of Tar. Oh, double. Well, sadly, they won't die here, but they're going to take a bunch of stuff out. We're going to get the smaller minions off of it, so let's do that. And don't think it really matters what I hit with this, because we're going to do that. And... or no, don't get the tokens off of it, duh. Let's just do that. Fair enough. Let's see if we can get Inquisitor. I mean, that seems so loose. It's a very loose play. Nice draw. I know we're not getting max value out of this, but I'm going to try to apply max pressure. I hope that this will draw me a blob of tar. Another Fell Hunter would not be helpful now. Interesting, okay. Looks like they're gearing up for the combo. Good, so that will draw a blob of tar now, which is great. Okay, Serpent and Caulifero. Okay, so cliff dives are done, but I still got Caulifero in the deck. There's been times where I've done Caulifero into Inquisitor and then attacked with my hero and they just took 40 because I got like 5 8/8s that hit them after my hero attacks. So that type of play is still open, but that's assuming they don't combo out. I think I gotta play Blob of Tar this turn, no matter what happens. There's another. Do I care about that 3/3? I don't think I do. You know, I'm gonna do this because that'll incentivize them to try and kill them. I don't really care if I'm losing value by not getting both of the Death Rattle trigger guys, because I'm just going to bring them back anyway. And the cool thing about return policy, it's discovered a friendly Death Rattle card that you've played, so all I have to do is play this. I don't even have to have it die for return policy to work.
Our path is clear.
Sheesh. Alright, I have a feeling the combo is coming very soon. If not this turn.
My life for hire.
Serpent is a nice draw. Let's do this though. Yeah, if they've got the combo, they've got the combo. That's just kind of the risk you run. Here it comes.
Must be deceased. Combatant center.
That's kind of annoying. Okay. Nice. Let's get rid of that guy. I want to make sure there's no shenanigans where they can bounce it back to their hand and replay it.
Vengeance is mine.
Where's the other one? Alright, we're just dead.
You possess true power.
Okay, 1 and 2 against Mage. Yeah, I find there's not a lot you can do against Mage with that combo, because when they have it, they have it. And I think they play the Chrono Lord in some versions. I don't know if that's all the versions. Which doubles your battle cries and stuff, so... Pretty powerful deck, just have to beat them before they get the combo out. That was a pretty aggressive draw, but sadly they had answers.
Illidan versus Cyrella.
This is my moment.
This ends now.
I don't think I can keep double Serpent, and I normally don't keep studies. Okay, decent draw. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the fun series with Searing Reflection Paladin, that's on my YouTube page. So much fun.
Starting the operation.
I'm just getting to a point where I think the deck is pretty good, but it's gonna take some time to really flesh out some of the card choices. Yeah, I like to do a good mix on YouTube of like fun decks, but also like competitive decks. This one's kind of borderline. Do I care about this guy? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't.
Vengeance is mine.
Good draw. Yeah, once you know this deck well enough, it just kind of plays itself. It's not too difficult. It's a lot of fun, though. I really like Cliff Dive. An Inquisitor is a lot of fun. Like, killing someone with, like, multiple Inquisitors is just a great feeling.
No time.
What pretty petal!
That's a little annoying. I can't kill the 2/3 with that anymore. I guess I can throw the grub at it. Seems okay. Not the best, but... I definitely want to get rid of this guy, but we'll see how that goes. So it seems like they're Dragon Priest.
Vengeance is mine.
Now, Dragon Priest isn't super powerful, but some versions play the combo where they've got the guy that turns his attack into infinity and the dragon that lets you take an extra turn. And that is an instant win. So hopefully they're not playing that version, but we've still got a little bit till they get there, thankfully.
Learn from your errors as I have.
Okay then. That is not really concerning at all. So I'll get one guy next turn, that guy the following, and 2 5/5s in 3 turns. Pretty solid. How rude.
What pretty petals!
Definitely not gonna cliff dive. Yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna do anything here. And the fact that this guy's got rush makes him even better. Because when you cliff dive and get him, you can kill something and then attack with your hero and still hit them. It's pretty awesome. Huh. Ooh, Paraglide's nice. Let's draw some cards. Cool. Bonk and bonk. Let's see if that's enough to do it.
Eight combatants enter. I take a crown.
So rude. Just so mean.
I should have taken a vacation ages ago.
What? Why would you not give your own guy the 8/7? What? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't think I can really justify many plays here. Oh yeah, that still works even if he's frozen. Cool. So in that case, let's just kill him. Alright, 2-2 after 4 games. Beat Priest twice, lost to Hunter and Mage combo. So I'm immediately reminded of why I used to love this deck, because it's got some serious power.
Versus Liadrin.
I would happily welcome Murlocs. That's totally fine.
Only fire.
This ends now.
Ooh. So having red card makes me want to keep Perennial Serpent. I think that's okay. Because it's fairly likely they're Murlocs, I think. They did mulligan away their entire hand, so maybe not. Okay, they're not.
Evil
Oh well.
draws
So they could be Aura.
Reporting for duty.
I don't think if they're any kind of hyper aggro deck that they would go no turn 1 and then hero power on turn 2 and 3, so let's get some So I could red card one of those guys and then I have this on turn 4. It's not necessarily good, but it does power out a pretty quick start. So I'm going to do that. This is not great, but I think it's good enough for now. I have literally never red carded a 1/1 silver hand recruit before. It just feels wrong, but in this case it's Painter's Virtue. Okay. I thought I was the only person that played that card. I run Painter's Virtue in some of the early versions of the Grime Street Paladin deck. So if they're playing something like that, I'm totally fine, because after all the testing and deck building I did with it, it wouldn't make itself good enough to really keep playing. It was a lot of fun to play. There's lots of cool interactions you can create, but it's just not good enough to keep playing on the ladder in my experience.
Accidents. They happen, you know?
Yeah, so they're just playing Grime Street Paladin. That's really surprising. What do we do here? I'm gonna do this guy. Wow, I've literally never played against someone with this. I've always been the weirdo playing it. So this is a little refreshing, but they're not playing anything necessarily good. Grime Street is fine, but the 2/3 Murloc that draws a dragon, not usually good enough. Tiger's plushie is pretty good, though. What do we get? Wow, not very good. Okay, so good enough. At least only one dies. Oh no, that's right. We did have Blob of Tardoy. Let's do that and this. And that is how it's done right there. Very nice, very nice.
mistakes of the past.
Sure. I don't really want to use this guy on Anachronos, but I don't want to take 9 next turn. That's quite a bit.
Rise, mammoth balance.
Oh boy. Okay, Renewing Flames it is. I could call a Pharaoh, but that seems not great. Do I Illidari Studies? And that could be problematic. It'd be amazing if I lose to Grimestreet Paladin after saying is not good enough to play.
Time grows short.
Yeah, it's not ideal here, but I think that's
One could use a fresh coat of
it's an okay option. Cool, okay. Let's chill here then. Because next turn I'll be able to go another Inquisitor and attack with my hero, so if, I mean, that's 16, 17, plus I got a bunch on board, so the Renewing Flames is going to hit 2 of my guys.
Well played.
Yeah, even if they've got a quality consecration, I'll have the death rattle trigger of Blob of Tar to protect me.
Mind if I roll need?
Yeah, so this is exactly why Grimestreet Paladin is just not very good, because once you run out of Grimestreets and Painter's Virtues and stuff, you're just left with minions like this, which aren't very good. And they're dead. Alright, 3-2.
Well played.
No, not play. How do I add them? Can't add him as a friend? What? I was like, my homie, my friend. There we go. Alright, we're gonna add that guy. If he accepts, then that would be cool. I've never had anyone to talk about Grimestreet with.
ends now.
So I think whether they're Control Warrior or Dragon Warrior, Dangerous Cliffside is good enough to keep. Oof. Okay, that's pretty rough. was hoping for something I could be a little more aggressive with, so this would be a follow-up and not like my first play. First play of the game on turn 4 is not how I want to be going.
Evil draws close.
Okay, Control Warrior. A weapon would be an amazing top deck right now. I'm thinking about both stingers at their face. Because it gives me 2 minions I can start attacking with. It's not necessarily a good play, but desperate times call for desperate something something. Okay then. If they've got Brawl, then so be it. Again, I want Blob of Tar to die. Almost every game I play, I want it to die.
Who among us is strongest?
Cool. And plus I get little dudes off of it. Let's just fill that board back up. I would normally play Wyvern Slumber in a situation like that, but I don't want to have to wait multiple turns for the guys, so having a guy I can attack with next turn is very valuable right now. Yeah, that seems fine. So even if they clear the board, I'll have this guy to play, and then I just attack their face, and he attacks also. This is really an all-star of the deck. Yeah, totally fine.
You possess true power. Vengeance is mine.
Alright, 4-2. Yeah, Cliff Dive is the preferred way to get that guy out, but hey, if you gotta just play him on turn 8 and bash him face, that's what you gotta do.
Illidan versus the Lich King.
Good old Death Knight.
This ends now.
They're chilling. Weapon off the top would be great. Insect Claw would power up Dangerous Cliffside for the following turn. I could always go like Coin Blob and then turn 4 Blob.
The citadel stands strong.
Let's do that. Alright, what do we got, buddy? Am I the only one that always messes with the stuff on side? Or on the side? Okay. That's just your hand, right? Yeah, just your hand. Totally cool. And again, I don't worry too much about overextending, especially with Blob of Tar. The more damage I can get in now, the easier it will be to kill them with the bigger threats. Let's see what this gets. That guy's pretty good. So I get 2 cards off of him.
Straight from Outland. Perfectly balanced.
Awesome. Yeah, this guy's very good.
Nightmares never forgotten.
I do miss Twin Slice. There was a time when Twin Slice gave +2 attack. That was the best.
A worthy opponent.
Ooh, Metamorphosis is great too. Okay, how do we play this here then?
Our enemies will fall.
Caulifero might be the play here. I am a little concerned about their board, though. If I get Perennial Serpents, that's amazing. There is one more Inquisitor. Both of those have Rush. This and the Inquisitor. I've already played both Blob of Tars. There is one of these guys left.
Demons.
So if I don't hit what I want, then I am definitely dead. I think it's good enough odds. I'm trying to think of what else might be in there. I don't think there's anything that matters, so... I think it's worth rolling the dice. Because, So I can go 1, 2... Let's just do it. Show me Rush. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
This isn't real metal. Tasty. I grow impatient.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way.
Time grows short.
Very nice. That Perennial Serpent Caulifero just saved me last turn. That was amazing. Yeah, I had a feeling Serpent would be good in this deck. It's solid as a big guy, and when you cast it for 4, it's even better.
Give the best hugs.
Jeez.
Impossible.
Huh. Do I cliff dive here? I've got Inquisitor and a Ravenous Fell Hunter. So Ravenous Fell Hunter would summon Blob of Tars, which would be great.
I grow impatient.
Perfect. You know, let's do this and this. I'll hit that. Got this for 2 to everybody. Man, I am amazed that I could clear those boards 3 turns in a row.
The citadel stands strong. Impossible.
Looks like they're just dead. Once again, Inquisitor doing work. Alright, 5-2 after 7 games. Pretty good. See if I can get to about 10 games or so. Depends on how long they go.
Illidan versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. This ends now!
Yeah, I think this is okay. I can go turn 1 Grim Harvest, turn 2 Grim Harvest. If they're Murlocs, I may hold the coin and go turn 3 Blobotar. Yeah, that might be the play here. Yeah. Red card is helpful. So that'll be good, but I gotta wait a little bit, which is not ideal. Wow. Pretty slow draw for him, thankfully. Yeah, normally when I played against Murlocs back in the day, meaning like, I don't know, 4 months ago, they had a really hard time with the Blob of Tar recursion. Interesting. I probably would have gone this guy at the 1/2 and this at the poisonous one in that position. It's interesting they did that. Alright, pretty good. Hopefully they don't have a bunch of guys in Brain Gill. Prize Vendor would be annoying, but not as much as Brain Gill. Make some more Blobatar. I guess I could have done that before I attacked with a Fell Hunter. Would have kept these guys as 2/4s, but not super big deal. Nice, great draw. Since that guy's going to be around for a couple turns, I might cliff dive this turn and then do the Serpent the following turn. Kind of depends on what they do. I could also call a Pharaoh here. That could be good. If I don't hit something good, then... Nah, I think Cliff Dive is better here. Excellent. So... Seems fair. How do I want to play this? So there is still one Drake, one Inquisitor,
Demons?
one Ravenous Fell Hunter left in the deck.
Demons.
I think either way that's good. Perfect. Let's take 5, fine. I still haven't drawn a return policy. That would be pretty awesome here. Looks like they're starting to run out of steam finally. It's an interesting play. Crusader Aura with one guy out and no ability to hit me. So I think all I've got left in the deck is the Serpent. Because of that,
use a fresh coat of paint.
So I'm going to take 8 this turn, but I think that's okay. There are no charge Murlocs. Grunty's annoying, but there are worse things. Man, they might have pulled it out here. Let's see. Oof.
I grow impatient.
That'd be 4, 5, 6, 7. I can only deal 7 damage to them max. Dang. Well, 8 with this, or 9 with that. Yeah, looks like they gotta shoot.
Time grows short.
Got this. Alright, Murloc's got me. Dang. But as you can see, there are quite a few ways to deal with Murlocs with this deck, so didn't get there in the end, but that's okay.
Illidan versus Arana!
I'm not backing down, Illidan.
I will not hold back this time.
Welcome to Revendreth.
I'm not sure if I want to hold this for, or hold on to the weapon,
I grow impatient.
so that I can use it for Dangerous Cliffside. I guess I'll just keep it available, and if I want, I can just not attack with it. But it might be good to draw a Blob of Targe. Depends on what they play. Oh, they're playing Zergs. Okay. I'm not super concerned about Zerg. Okay, plus Starship. let's just get that out the way. We don't want any shenanigans here. Perfect draw. Yeah, it's a 50-50 shot to hit a Blabatar on that because of the Ravenous Fell Hunters in the deck. Feels sorry, yeah, okay. Totally cool. Seems like kind of a waste there. Well, looks like they're dead. You know why? Good ol' Inquisitor.
You possess true power.
Alright, 6-3 after 9 games. I think this deck is very good with Perennial Serpent. It was a big factor in why I won that game for sure. I have not at all played in all 9 games. I haven't played the dormant guy that deals 3 to their team.
Versus Holdar. This is a beginning.
I do kind of feel like maybe I should cut one of the big guys. And if so, it would be that dormant guy. I mean, it's good. It's best off a cliff dive, obviously. Sometimes it can help you win the game, but I think with the other stuff in the deck, I'm not sure I need it. I'm also questioning the Illidari studies. It helped in that one game where I got the guy that gives the... I got the guy that gives the first edition Demon Hunter cards. That was very good. Did I lose that game? I think I lost that game anyway, but... No, I did win that game. Just kidding. So, kind of hard to say. Maybe one Illidari Studies is fine. I like having that little toolbox available. Sometimes you need to gain some life or do something. I'm gonna chill here. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. I guess I should just not have played the Tusk Piercer on turn 1. I expected them to possibly play things that would be problematic. So it's nice to have some insurance, then I can deal 2 to something, but I could have always just played the weapon if they played something. Yeah, maybe that was a misplay. Probably should have just been attacking with the hero power and then dropping this on turn 3. Well, look at that. Yeah, it definitely was correct not to play Tusk Piercer turn 1.
Your achievements burn bright.
Evil draws close. Nothing can catch my hounds.
I assume we're going to trade here, and then they'll use that to take out the 1-2 taunt. Really? What? Oh, okay then. Interesting play. We still trade. Sure, why not? have a feeling this is going to be a grindy game. Of course.
Vengeance is mine!
I remember this place well.
As I said, grindy game. Terror Run is a terror. Well, look at that. I don't think it's worth playing right now, but it's good to have. And let's see what they do against 4 Blob of Tar, with more on the way. Sure. Finally got to play him. So he's dormant for 2 turns, 3 damage at the end of my turn to all enemies. So that'll hold off leeches for another turn.
I grow weary.
Serpent would be a great draw right now. Yeah, let's just run it. Annoying, but that's fine. It's a very good card. Alright, give me that 12-12. So many options to play here.
Demons? Demons. Vengeance is mine!
Yeah, we chillin'. That is totally fine with me.
Vengeance is mine!
Everyone could use a fresh coat of paint.
Nice. Okay, so I shouldn't have attacked. Dang, I could have killed him. Dang. Alright. Yeah, I thought the odds were low enough that I wouldn't get an Inquisitor, or was less likely. Because there's 2 Inquisitors, 2 Serpents, Fell Hunter. Yeah, so I guess that's 2 out of 5. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I should have played around that. Oh well. But I think they're still dead. We're just going to bonk their guys with our 8/8s and then bonk their face. Ah, even though they're frozen, still can do it. Just got to figure out a way to bonk their face. I think red card. Yeah, red card plus play another. So I hit one, red card the other, and then hero power attack their face.
You possess true power.
And take 40. Alright, let's see him come back from this.
Clean as a carpet. Do you like to play with fire?
Sure. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think you're just still dead, dude.
You possess
That is amazing.
Your acts demand
And this time take 48. Alright, 7-3 after 10 games. This deck is better than I expected. I knew it was going to be decent, but this is awesome. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Let me pull up the deck list for you guys in case you're interested. And again, I play some fun decks and some competitive decks on my YouTube. Same handle as the Twitch, so if you're watching on Twitch, check out the YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, check out the Twitch. I stream live almost every day. And this is the deck list. Really solid. Super, super solid. Can't complain too much. Like, this is the only card I'm thinking about. In terms of the big guys, that's the only one I'm thinking about cutting. But I don't know what I would put in. And then Illidari Studies may end up switching around to something else, but probably going to have to play some more games to figure that out. So keep an eye out. I'll probably just make a Cliff Dive series and do like maybe 4 or 5 parts of this video as I tweak it around so you guys can see how the deck does with different versions. But yeah, very powerful deck. Thanks for watching, guys.